Hello, this is Willie, and here we are ready for lesson 36 in A Course in Miracles workbook. My holiness envelops everything I see. Yesterday was my mind is part of God's. I am very holy. And that particular lesson described the perceiver, where today's lesson is going to describe what the perceiver perceives. So, before we get into that, I did want to say something on yesterday's lesson. In paragraph 8, he had talked about you should not think of these terms in an abstract way. Remember, I see myself as, and the examples he gave was, I see myself as endangered, as helpless. And we were supposed to look inside of ourselves and define ourselves, both positive and negative, whatever kind of traits we saw ourselves. But he made the statement, he said, don't do this in an abstract way. Don't just pick out words. He said, use them as they cross your mind, they will occur to you as various situations, personalities, and events in which you figure cross your mind. So he wants to be very physical. Remember, abstract, I looked up the word just so I had a good definition. Existing in thought or an idea, but not having a physical or concrete existence. So he didn't want us just to kind of pick nebulous ideas out of our mind. And he also didn't want us to dig for them. He just wanted to let them surface. We're not supposed to be using any kind of aggression to get these ideas or any force. Neither force nor discrimination should be used. We don't want to dig them out in that respect. Just let them come to the surface. That was the last paragraph of chapter 10 yesterday. So I just wanted to point those things out. He's teaching us to meditate, and he's like holding us by the hand and so gently letting us see things that we can use to strengthen our power of thought and our usefulness to ourselves. So, okay, a couple things I also wanted to show you. This is a plant, you guys probably see it in fields that are not fertilized real well. It's called broom sedge. Broom sedge has, you can identify, it's got a little white, you probably won't be able to see it. Let me bring it over here. Little bitty white or cottony, right on the ends. You have to look at it, but there's little cottony seed pods on that. Anyway, they're I'm having a hard time pulling one off with one finger, but even if I did, I don't know if you'd be able to see. There you go. I don't know if you can see that or not, and I don't know where that lens for that camera is. If I'm supposed to be looking on this side or this side, I guess it's over here. Maybe you can see that little. Anyway, I guess some birds eat that in the wintertime. It's not a real, cattle will eat it when it's young in the vegetative stage. By the time it gets that way, I don't think much anything eats it. Makes good quail cover, but it's an indicator plant. That's why it's nice to know about it, because it indicates that what this one indicates is that it's your soil's low in phosphorus. Now, it could also be that it's just very acidic, which ties the phosphorus up so that it's not available for plants. So anyway, there's something to let you can kind of determine whether your soil may be either acidic or not enough phosphorus. And then I've got one other plant here. These are an hybrid cabbage, which you guys all know that's not my first choice. But garden supply, and I wanted to get a good early start. Like I told you, I don't have my greenhouse set up this year right now. This is called Snow Crown. It's a hybrid. And that's what I mean by I don't particularly care for hybrids, but it is vigorous and it grows really quick in the early spring. Make nice big heads pretty quick. Okay, so anyway, just show you a couple plants. Show and tell time. Okay, now ready on to our lesson now. My holiness envelops everything I see. I also wanted to mention that I have to do these lessons the day before so that I have time to get them uploaded for you all on the morning that you need it. And I don't want to right at the very last find out that something went wrong. So I try to do it a full day in advance. I was doing it 3 days in advance. And I tell you all stuff that happened 3 days ago, like my birth of my granddaughter, uh, Lily, and I wasn't able to tell you a little sooner, just because I was trying to get uploaded. Well, I closed the gap because I like to be kind of going through the lessons with you, but I do the lesson too. I do the lesson you're doing, but I jump ahead and just you know do the lesson. I mean, I've been through them enough where I think I have that liberty. We're only supposed to do one lesson a day. But I do need to get it uploaded so you guys have it first thing when you want to start whatever, if you want to start at midnight on that day, or if you start the night before, I guess it'd be okay. But normally I think about it that sun comes up as the day's beginning. I know that a lot of people think when the sun goes down it's the day's beginning. That is the Hebrew way of thinking of things. But anyway, however you do it, I'm trying to get you loaded in time to do that, to get started. So there may be I might say things that are happening today. And I say it today, but really it happened, yesterday or the day before. So I'm trying to go through this with y'all. But I did want to, alert you that I am having it. Sometimes takes me several hours to upload these things. And I don't have to sit around. I just does it automatically. But I expect if there is a failure and it doesn't come up one morning, well, don't wait for me. Go get your book or go online to Foundation for Inner Peace website. Has all the lessons. You can put the date or you can put the lesson in and do the lesson. We're going starting January 1. We're going through. Today is what is today? February the 5th, lesson 36. So, all right, just don't, and then I will get it uploaded. If something happens and you don't get it for some kind of technical reason, I will upload it. But in the meantime, go, don't wait on it. Go keep doing your lesson. My holiness envelops everything I see. Today's idea extends the idea for yesterday from the perceiver to the perceived. You are holy because your mind is part of God's. And because you are holy, your sight must be holy as well. Sinless means without sin. You cannot be without sin a little. You are sinless or not. If your mind is part of God's, you must be sinless, or a part of His mind would be sinful. Your sight is related to His holiness, not to your ego, and therefore not to your body. Paragraph 2. I might read that last sentence again. Your sight is related to His holiness, not to your ego, and therefore not to your body. He's talking about true sight, inner vision. Paragraph 2. 4 3 to 5 minute practice periods are required for today. Try to distribute them fairly evenly and make the shorter applications frequently to protect your protection throughout the day. Okay, so he wants us to do 4 3 to 5 minute practice periods today, spread out fairly evenly throughout the day. So the longer practice period should take this form. First, close your eyes and repeat the idea for today several times slowly. My holiness envelops everything I see, with your eyes closed. Then open your eyes and look quite slowly about you, applying the idea specifically to whatever you note in your casual survey. Say, for example, my holiness envelops that rug. My holiness envelops that wall. My holiness envelops these fingers. My holiness envelops that chair. My holiness envelops that body. My holiness envelops this pen. My holiness envelops these cauliflower plants. Anyway, Paragraph 5. Several times during these practice periods, close your eyes and repeat the idea to yourself. My holiness envelops everything I see. Then open your eyes and continue as before. And the last paragraph. For the shorter exercise periods, close your eyes and repeat the idea. Look about you as you repeat it again, and conclude with one more repetition with your eyes closed. All application should, of course, be made quite slowly, as effortlessly and unhurriedly as possible. We want to really focus in on this, not being in a hurry. Slow down. Smell the roses. Okay? That's just a principle in, which I call it spirituality and metaphysics and peacefulness and walking with God. Everything is in the present and there's no need to hurry. All right. My holiness envelops everything I see. And until tomorrow, thank you. Be looking for all of God's goodness in your perceiving.